for the land of the...
It's an NBA afternoon game here on this GA.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Stolen. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Kleber. Now here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Nurkic. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Dallas moving it around. And it's Doncic missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Now here's Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Passes to Richardson. From downtown. Not going to go that time. And it's Portland the other way. Nurkic with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. To the left wing. Picked his pocket. It's Richardson on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. To the paint. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
Well, that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard connects from three-point range.
Now, Lillard right now just locked in, even with the defense having all eyes on him.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's Doncic. The 10-footer finds the target.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Doncic against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Banked in off the glass.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Mavericks trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Good work there as it goes.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. With the floater, Lillard misses. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic, here we go. Finney-Smith offline with his 3. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard dishes to Covington. And the pass to Lillard. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lillard against Doncic. And good that time.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. They get it again.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Doncic with it. Pass to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. Misses the 3. Trailblazers leading by 7. Nurkic finds Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Porzingis. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on, you know, that's kind of like a...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 5. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James, I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Cauley Stein goes in. Here's Brunson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Jones. McCollum's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Hardaway against Jones. Here's Brunson. Off target from outside. Portland leading by 7. Simons the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Using some brute force to take it strong to the rack. Kanter leaving nothing to chance.
Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's good for 2.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Kicks it to Jones. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons the pass to Kanter. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 7. Pass to Melly. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. Hardaway kicks to Burke.
Not quite enough defense
That time around, just lucky he was off.
Passes it to Cantor. Right side, Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Portland shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Melly. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Trey Burke. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Pulls it up. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Marjanovic.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
1:03 left to play here in the second quarter. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Shoots over Marjanovic. Portland again missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Marjanovic, great positioning on the putback. And now it's only a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Lillard dishes to Powell. The 3. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Jones. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard against Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Over Anthony. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
And he's got some growing confidence right now in the catch and shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
Lillard outside. And that one released in time, but no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Portland out in front. They lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have. And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq, that's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Outside, Redick. Back to Doncic. Clock at 4. The 17-footer. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Redick.
Well, the defense has got to wake up a little bit. That's J.J. Redick out there, and that's J.J. with room to fire.
Lillard surveying the D. Off target from three-point range. Dallas shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
And the wide open shot from Redick. That one off the back iron and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lillard way outside. No good on that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Doncic outside. The pass to Marjanovic. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Harry Giles. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And here's McCollum for 3. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks trailed by 6. Doncic outside. Kleber kicks to Richardson. Kleber the pass to Powell. And the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got his first points in this one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
McCollum against Richardson. 13 feet away. Yep, that one goes in there. McCollum's got 7. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Well, this is a guy who plays with a high motor and who enjoys contact. Cantor feasting inside.
And here is Doncic. Powell in the high post. Shoots over Cantor. Misses off the left iron. Trailblazers leading by 8. Outside Anthony. Pass to Simons. It's McCollum on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. For 3, Richardson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside Anthony. McCollum outside. Back to Anthony. Fires the 3. With the second effort. Simons the pass to Cantor. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Richardson for 3. Doesn't go for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 8. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. His first shot coming late. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 8. Simons surveying the D. This is to Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Basket good. Nurkic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
And Matador defense That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Cauley Stein kicks to Reddick. A 3-ball. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Pass to Simons. And it's McCollum in the corner. This one for 3. They get the rebound. Nurkic from down in the low post. It goes. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Out to Porzingis. Puts up a 3. And that one is off. And the Trailblazers going the other way. McCollum against Reddick. Launches it. Passes it to Simons. Here's Giles. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Reddick passes to Porzingis. Lets it go. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Jones with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. He kicks to Nurkic from past the arc. Porzingis with the rebound.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Trailblazers leading by 12. It's McCollum on the wing. The pass to Giles. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space. Calm and collecting.
Pass to Brunson. Outside, Reddick. They could use a bucket. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Brunson. He gets it in there. Brunson's got his first points of the game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lillard from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
And it's Lillard missing. Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Stolen away. That's a 2 from Powell. Giles, the pass to Nurkic. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So it's Portland now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. On the wing, Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Trailblazers lead by 16. Brunson up top. He's guarded by Nurkic.
Clearly a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Okay.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. Now Lillard. Softly drops in the floater.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Batum's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Jackson in the corners.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to rest of the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Leonard. And here's George. Leonard kicks to George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Now, here's George. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's George. Leonard looking over the floor. He kicks it to George. 6 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, to me, Paul George exemplifies what a leader should be. This guy does not look for his personal stats. He just wants to make the guys around him better.
So he gets them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Doncic outside. Out to Porzingis. Takes the 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Well, Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him.
Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. George passes to Zubac, and stolen by Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Cauley-Stein in the post, defended by Batum. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Now Brunson launches a 3. And with the rebound, Clippers trail by 3. Zubac, the pass to Rondo. Back to Zubac. Patterson against Reddick. Here's Zubac, right wing. Now here is Morris. Defense right on him. Zubac no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
On the wing, Morris. Powell pulls it in.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And Kleba slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Zubac. Rondo with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
They've got Rajon Rondo. Marcus Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Pass to Marjanovic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Rondo. Now the pass to Oturu. Here's man. Comes up empty from the left block. Mavericks leading by 3. Inside. Marjanovic down low. Patterson on him. Brunson no good.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
To the inside. Oturu, the pass to Morris. And stolen by Burke. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Marjanovic. Josh Richardson's checked in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Zubac is checked in for Luke Kennard. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Reddick comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic passes to Richardson. Up top, Doncic. Defended by George. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Rocket 2 over Jackson. Richardson no luck. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard finds George. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Redick for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The focus, the precision. Once Redick gets any airspace to shoot the deep ball, he seizes on the opportunity.
Jackson looking around. And Leonard has it in the corner. Knocked loose. Little turnaround. Count it. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
George against Doncic. Outside, George. Outside for Batum. There's Jackson with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
It's Jackson with the drive. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Now here's Powell. With 2 seconds left. Can't get the layup.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Hardaway. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Burke in at the 2 spot. Rondo against Brunson. Pass to Kennard. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And the Clippers making a change here. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
And the Clippers miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
George looking over the floor. Inside. And the basket by Oturu.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Brunson. to the middle. Here's Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Oturu with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Trey Burke. Runs in the pass to Kleber. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Wasted no time on that one. And now it's just a 4-point Maverick lead. And here's Brunson. Pass to Hardaway. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Cauley Stein, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 7. Three-pointer. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Passes it to Richardson. Kleber with it. Oh, took the contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. Now Doncic kicks it to Richardson. Back to Doncic. It's stolen by Rondo. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Both teams will make substitutions. Clippers trail by 3. Rondo with it. There's the pass to Mann. Here's Coffey. Right side, Batum. The offensive rebound, Oturu. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
From deep. The shot that time, not on target. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Marcus Morris, and it's Coffey in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Here's Coffey to the paint. Oturu, the pass to Coffey. Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to Oturu. Here's Coffey. 6 on the shot clock. And that one drops.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Rondo.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Doncic looking it over. Down low. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Nobody near George. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Clippers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Richardson kicks to Kleba. Richardson outside. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
George against Richardson. Porzingis with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Leonard against Hardaway. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. Now, here's Doncic. He kicks it to Hardaway. No good with the triple. Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. Pretty nice efficiency there.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
George against Doncic. Pass to Cauley-Stein. To the inside. Porzingis. And no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. To take the lead, George dishes to Jackson. Zubac gets to Jackson. Passes it through Leonard. And he overshot that one, missing. Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. It's in!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
for three. Trifecta.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Richardson.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
And they have to be careful with the ball.
And here's Leonard. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Yes!
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And the Mavericks call time here. They trail by 1. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Now, Doncic. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for George. We bring you tonight.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at point guard. And for the Trailblazers, Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's McCollum in at the 3 spot. Lillard misses, and it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Nice passing here by Los Angeles, and that one's good. Leonard, some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Nurkic, the 3rd shot of the possession, finally falls for him.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Pass to Zubac. And Batum kicks to Jackson. And there's the pass to Batum. Lock at 6. Here's Zubac. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Nobody near Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots, having a little trouble finding their legs.
The shot by George, wide open. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. George against Lillard. There's the 3. Lillard again missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Here's Lillard. Paul George making his last shot. Beyond the arc. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside, George from deep 3-point range. Rebound by Anthony. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. McCollum kicks to Anthony. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
The 3 from George. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Fires the 3. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Steps back and shoots. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got 5.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Leonard attacking. Bucket is good.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Now, here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. A 3 from McCollum. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Lillard scanning the floor. And it's off from 3-point range.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard outside. The high post shot. And that one hits back iron.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Jackson passes to Zubac. 32 seconds left in the first. Shot clock at 6. 20 feet out. Again, Los Angeles.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Lillard with the bucket.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
George against Powell. Lets it go from deep. And it's George missing. Here's Lillard from deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. Well, before the game we talked with Damian Lillard, he credited.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Now, here's Kennard after Enes Kanter's miss. McCollum with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Kanter. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And the wide open shot from Morris. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Oturu's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Clippers. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here's McCollum for 3. They get it back. Jacks up a 3. Trains the three-pointer. McCollum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Continues to try his luck from way outside. McCollum knows he has the range to knock these down.
Rondo kicks to Kennard. Here's Coffey. He is guarded by McCollum. From 12 feet out. Coffey can't get it to go. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's the 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Jones, no one around him. And his first shot of the game, no good. Clippers leading by 3. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Portland. And the Clippers making a change here. And here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And stolen by Lillard. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
The Clippers in the lead.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
Here's Mann. No good on the shot. And it's Portland the other way. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony Simons. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come and fire him from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that. But either way, this is a tough shot.
And George with the stuff.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 13. Kicks it out to Jones. Passes it to Lillard. It's up a three. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. Leonard on the wing. Outside for George. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Covington passes to Lillard. Powell for 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Powell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now George. He has 7. Pass to Zubac. Here's Leonard. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
No, you know what it is. One play at a time.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 10. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Lillard. Fires from deep. That shot misses. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. Here's Leonard. Powell pulls it in.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 9 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking to the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Nurkic. Great positioning on the putback.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic awesome at slamming misses in.
Lillard against Jackson. Outside, George. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard fires away from way outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got 19 points.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
George against Powell. From deep 3-point range, Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And George, here we go. Outside Leonard.
He did everything right there except hit the shot.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Out to Anthony. Shoots over Batum. Anthony's shot is off. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Leonard. Second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game. But as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Kanter. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Leonard with the ball. 14 points for him. Here's Okuru. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
A 3 from McCollum sinks the three-pointer. McCollum's got 6.
No, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
1:27 left in the third. Leonard dishes to Rondo. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Covington. A floater. They get it back. Kicks it out to Leonard. Over Anthony. And Leonard gets it to go. He's got 16.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
McCollum outside for the tie. And another 3 for Portland.
He's a volume three-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
And here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Morris kicks to Kennard. From 18 feet away, Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got 7 rebounds in the game. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. McCollum with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Kanter, the pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. For the lead. Again, McCollum missing. Covington with the steal. There's the 3. And McCollum the bucket on the assist from Covington. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Portland out in front, ending the third quarter on a 14-5 run. We'll get right back to the action when we return. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Anthony. He's out there with Derek Jones. Powell is out there with Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Anthony taking his time here. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Knocked away. Outside Rondo. Pass to Coffey. Back to Rondo. Anthony against Morris. Outside Rondo. Off target with his 3. Portland leading. Now here's Powell. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession for the Trailblazers. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now Lillard. Gets to Nurkic. Clock is at 3. Let's go. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's the break. Here's Coffey. Good D by Jones. And it's Jones with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Here's Nurkic. Portland again missing.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
And they take the lead.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
So they foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Giles kicks to Lillard. It's Jones on the wing. 6 to shoot. There's the dish to Nurkic. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possession. Turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Harry Giles. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Coffey. McCollum right side. Lillard outside. To stop the drought. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Jackson finds George. From deep. It's good from long range. And the Clippers lead by 4.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Lillard from outside. They get it back.
Oh! The experience helping Kemp there. He doesn't shy away from taking big time shots.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Jones against Leonard. Zubac kicks to George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing. Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Lillard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 22 points.
But Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
McCollum against George. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Lillard against George. Lillard outside. Cantor trying to free himself up. Lillard misses. And here is Los Angeles now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And here are the Blazers. 4-point game. From deep three-point range. And it's Lillard again missing.
The more threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to take. Where do they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
Leonard on the wing. To the middle. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Zubac against Lillard. The 3 from George. And Cantor pulls it down. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Portland again missing.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what did it?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. And David,
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's CLA Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. Jones is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Powell in a 2 guard. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Powell, the pass to Anthony, kicks it out to McCollum. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Anthony against Porzingis. The shot by Anthony, no good. Dallas with the ball. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Jones got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. Doncic finds Richardson. Back to Doncic. Out to the wing. Wide open look here for CLA Stein. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's Anthony. Kicks it out to Jones. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Jones. Anthony's got his second bucket.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Porzingis. Anthony with the block.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Got a piece of it. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Powell, he's jacked in for the Mavericks. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Lillard against Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Doncic is able to blow by opponents and make them pay. Even though he's not the greatest athlete, he's sneaky quick.
Lillard from outside. Cantor kicks to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Richardson right side. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Again, the miss by Lillard.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Yes, that goes in.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Lillard outside. From outside the arc. Cantor. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Here's Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, when he's in rhythm, he's a threat to score from here. Gotta D up Powell from the mid-range.
Lillard against Doncic. From downtown. And it's Lillard missing.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
Richardson, no luck. Lillard outside. Traps in the tray.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Mavericks ahead, up one. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dream.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Powell is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Brunson in at the point. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Cauley-Stein, 5 on the clock. Now here's Brunson. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And now Portland on the break. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Brunson finds Kleber. McCollum against Redick. Over to the left wing. For 3. The shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. The Trailblazers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Covington wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And, you know, whenever Covington is squaring up like that, he's money. Just an exceptional shooter with range for days.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. Back to Nurkic, and stolen by Redick. Kleber with it. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And here are the Mavericks now, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Here's Cauley-Stein. That one drops for him. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Drills the three-pointer.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Cauley Stein against Nurkic. Cauley Stein passes to Finney-Smith. And the three off target.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The feed to Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. Mavericks trail by 4. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Kleba, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Dallas, Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Doncic following the score by Damian Lillard. Doncic feeling it out. Outside, Porzingis. The offensive rebound. Doncic passes to Porzingis. 2 points. That one goes. And it's 6 points for Porzingis.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's off from 3-point range. For the finish, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grinded-out game. What have you seen from your team so far?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, Willie Cauley Stein displaying his skills tonight.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers, Cullum is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the small forward. Here's Lillard. After Luka Doncic's bucket, it's stolen by Marjanovic. And pushing it up is Dallas. The Mavericks again in transition. But he recovers it. Here's Porzingis. Anthony with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Kicks it out to Lillard. The trains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 8. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Anthony. And Enes Kanter's subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Nurkic. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Cauley Stein. He's got 8. Doncic outside.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. The lead is 2. From deep. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 11 points.
That gives him his second 3 of the half, with 3 total for the game.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Out to Doncic. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He has 7.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back-at-you 3. The revenge triple.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who's your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. Lillard looking around. And he lobs it up toward the rim. 1:25 left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. That shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Great positioning on the putback. Cauley Stein's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Doncic against Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. The pass to Hardaway for the lead. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Powell finds McCollum. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's all tied in Portland. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Brunson the pass to Finney Smith. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Powell with it, now guarded by Redick. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Cantor checked in for Portland. Harry Giles comes in for Jones. Now Covington. Passes to Giles. Back to Covington. And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 5-point Portland lead. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for Portland.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
McCollum dishes to Powell. Free throw line jump shot. McCollum passes to Cantor. Here's Giles. Second chance shot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. That one good for 2. Mavericks trail by 5. Brunson scanning the floor. Porzingis with the ball. Now Covington defended. McCollum outside. Back to Covington. Cantor against Porzingis. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. No good off the back of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Porzingis passes to Brunson.
And you know what? You allow a guy.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Damian Lillard in for Giles.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Reddick against McCollum. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Fires the three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
You know, Porzingis' game is custom made for the pick and pop stretch big. This guy can do damage from the perimeter.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Oh, McCollum in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, he's got a great motor, Hardaway Jr. He does not need to be pushed to step up in big moments. He relishes it.
Lillard outside. Dishes it to McCollum. From 18 feet away. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
The deep three from Reddick. Doncic against Lillard. Out to Hardaway. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Giles the pass to Nurkic. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Covington inside the line. Mavericks with the rebound. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Powell. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon. And we've got...
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three. And for Dallas, we've got Josh Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And that one's good. Doncic. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Porzingis can't hit. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard, doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
Doncic outside. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Marjanovic, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Jackson passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. The Clippers again turning it over. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doncic looking it over. On the wing, Doncic. From 12 feet out. Good on the jump shot.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Here's the Clippers. 4-point game.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. And here's Leonard from 3. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now, here's Doncic. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Doncic has got 6 points. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 4. Leonard on the wing. And the shot goes in.
Well, you're working the 2-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
Powell in the high post. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Richardson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside, George. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Kicks it out to Richardson. Now, Doncic. 6 points for him. And they double up Doncic. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. Clippers trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
And here is Doncic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Patrick Patterson. The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And there's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game, scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They got Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. The drive by Rondo. No good there. And it's Dallas the other way. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Yep, it counts. Burke's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Rondo dishes to Morris. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Cauley Stein against Zubac. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Clippers trail by 6. The 3 from Morris. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
It's stolen by Rondo. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Mann, throws down the breakaway jam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Brunson scanning the floor. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 3. Here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Trey Burke. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And he comes up with the deuce. Brunson's got his second basket of the game. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this year is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is. And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Brunson launches a 3. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Here's Rondo. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Jackson has the open look. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They lead by 7. 55 seconds left here in the second. George passes to Jackson. Back to George.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Now, here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Inside. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
George looking over the floor. Up top, Batum. Outside, George. 1 second left, and it's George finishing it off.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the... And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this team, his leadership may be just as important. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. And Leonard gets it to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Doncic with it. 8 points for him. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 10 points.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. George, no good. The Mavericks leading. The drive by Redick, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard, twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Here's Porzingis, an easy 2 points on the layup.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The Clippers' shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And make no mistake, Paul George is a fierce finisher inside.
Doncic outside. For the three. The shot, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And George kicks to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubats has got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles. Doncic outside. The pass to Marjanovic. Count that one. He's got 6.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Here's George. 12 points for him. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Richardson outside. Passes it to Marjanovic. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Richardson. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Richardson with it. Guarded now by Morris. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Rondo against Doncic. Morris right side. Here's Kennard over Richardson. Bank shot, no good.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Clippers trail by 3. Morris passes to Rondo. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, go get it, big fella. Porzingis with the skyscraper.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 51 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Lays it up and banks it in.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Doncic outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Morris outside. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Porzingis. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And here's Kennard. Over Richardson. No good from 11 feet. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal. 4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Mavericks leading by 7. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Doncic against George. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. He kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Finney-Smith. The 3. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 5. George finds Leonard over Richardson. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubats.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
A different look for Dallas. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson, and Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Burke. Misses off the right iron.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Now the pass to Redick. Feeds to Powell. Great tee that time from Batum.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Here's Leonard, and good. Had the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. That's 10 points for Leonard.
We've learned that this guy is capable of connecting from absolutely anywhere. Kawhi, simply stated, one of the best offensive players in the league.
Finney-Smith hits to Burke. Fires for three. Here's Cauley Stein outside for Redick. Takes a three. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And George with the stuff.
Well, we know that Paul George understands there's a certain point in the game when he's got to take over, and he's doing it now.
Dallas calls timeout.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Wow, Porzingis, no hesitation in the balance of the game. He delivers.
1:52 left in the fourth. The three from George. That one doesn't go. And it's Dallas the other way. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Down low. Outside for George. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Doncic with it. George picks him up. Doncic with the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
And a deep three from George. Yes! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
George against Doncic. Outside Hardaway.
Defense with a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And he commits the intentional foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Trey Burke. And George kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. Yes!
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Now, here's Doncic.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And regulation now complete. We will. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. So Dallas will get the first possession. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for Dallas. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
Clippers trail by 4. Overtime still getting started here, just about a minute in. They get the rebound. Zubac, nobody near Leonard. The 3-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Richardson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 6-point Maverick lead.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Outside, George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 21.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Doncic with it. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Marjanovic down low. Working on Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
George way outside. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Here's Doncic. To the inside. Marjanovic. Money!
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by George, wide open. No good from outside. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's Richardson. Nailed from 3-point land. Richardson's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
George missing again.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. And they had some nerve. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for The bright lights and tall buildings of both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Jusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Anthony, and it's Jones in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers.
And Jusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Lillard looking around. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
Outside Jackson. George against Powell. Here's Zubac. Lays it up off the glass. Zubac has got his second bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Lillard. In the corner, Powell with it. George against Lillard. Lock at 6. Batum with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Oh, look at him fly!
Did you see that speed from Batum, showing the real tenacity on defense to come up with the steal?
Lillard outside. From deep. Offensive rebound.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside Jackson. Leonard looking around to the paint. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got 6.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Lillard with no one around. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. McCollum comes in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
George against McCollum. From deep three-point range, and George is good for three.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And it's Simons missing. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. On the wing, Morris. Rondo looking over the floor. And George, here we go. Here's Patterson, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call, Portland the foul. The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. McCollum, no good.
Jesus surprises anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And Morris throws it down.
Wow, and Morris just trucking it down the court, showing a real desire to finish it in transition.
And here's McCollum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Beyond the arc. He can't hit that time. That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 4. And will return shortly. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. McCollum, no good. Clippers leading by 4. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And McCollum with the block. Patterson finds Kennard. And here's Morris for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kennard against McCollum. Lobs it up for Kanter. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And look at Kanter rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
Now Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Takes the 13-footer. Patterson can't get it to go. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Anthony, the pass to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with the scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves the dunk.
Now here's Rondo, guarded closely. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Rajon Rondo. Portland also making some changes. Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Here's George. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
George finds Kennard. Inside, Zubac goes up and lays it nice and easy. Zubac has got 8 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Lillard outside. This one for three. And it's Lillard again missing.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Nurkic checked in for Kansas. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
From past the arc. Rebounded by Jackson.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding how to send shots.
And it's George finishing it off.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 11. There's the triple. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to McCollum. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. George against Lillard. Here's George. He's got 8. Lets it go from deep. That doesn't go either for George. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Portland again missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Lillard from outside. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
George looking around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. George has got 8 here in the quarter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
They've got Rajon Rondo. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Oturu in at the 5, down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jackson finds Rondo. And Jones sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Jones against Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
That's tipped. Batum with the steal. Here's Rondo. That shot off the mark. Now Portland takes it the other way. Pass to Lillard. Shoots the three. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. Had the space there, but it's offline. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Outside Jackson. Back to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Outside Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot from free throw range. Leonard, no luck.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Floats it up there for Nurkic. The score now all even.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Rondo against Lillard. Now here's Rondo. Pass to Oturu. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Leonard. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Rondo against Lillard. Outside Jackson. Back to Rondo. Outside for Jackson. Outside Batum with his first shot attempt, and it's sent back by Lillard.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's George. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got 10.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
McCollum finds Kanter. Lets the 3 fly. The shot misses. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers ahead, up 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. Shoots from the high post. Man can't hit.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
McCollum kicks to Covington. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Covington's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Trailblazers. The Clippers trail. Here's Man. Zubac, the best of Man. Back to Zubac. Nice move. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Kanter. Count the basket. Kanter's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Cloak loose. Lobs it up for Kanter. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
George against Powell. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip.
The pass to Kanter. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Morris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
George against McCollum. George, no good.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. George against Lillard. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
George against McCollum. And George with the stuff.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Lillard outside. We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Gotta admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here is Los Angeles now. Patterson dishes to George. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Kanter pulls it down. Cantor's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Lillard outside. The Trailblazers rebound. Jones finds Cantor. Lillard left side. Passes it to Nurkic. They shoot again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
No, it's never really easy trying to guard Nurkic. I mean, even when you get physical, he just stays with it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Anthony's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. George double teamed. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Lillard with it. George picks him up. But they recover it. Portland no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
I'm trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. All right, you see a lot of this now. Oh, man, you love how calm Jackson stays in these pressure-filled moments, showing true leadership by burying the bucket.
Lillard from deep three-point land. They get it again. Out to Anthony. Pass to Powell. Jones, no one around him. Off target with his 3. And so it's Portland winning this one. A narrow. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.